You said, and it's been really awesome. I've heard you talk about body image issues, and that's something that I know that both my daughters were excited to get to know all the female CrossFitters because you guys are, there's a lot of people looking at you and watching you, and everywhere we go, people are always impressed by who you are physically. But I think some people out there think that you don't have problems in that area, or you think you're perfect in some kind of way, and it's not the truth. That every one of us are dealing with something in that area, the fear of looking bad to some degree. And so talk a little bit about how you battled that and what you've done to be in the space that you need to be in.
Sure. That's been a huge, I guess, problem for me my entire life. Just gymnastics. I was always bigger for a gymnast. I'm 5'5", and I've got some meat on my bones, and I always want it to be smaller. And by smaller, I mean like shorter and more compact. That is crazy to think about. At like 12 and 13, I was like, I don't want to grow. I don't want to, I just wanted to be small so I could be good at gymnastics. And of course, that's not how your body works. I grew. And so that was a huge thing for me. And then finishing gymnastics, my next goal was like, okay, now I'm going to be skinny, because gymnastics, I was built up. I gained muscle pretty easily, just my body type. So I was strong then, not as strong as I am now. So my goal was skinny. And then from there, that didn't happen. I was running a lot, and it wasn't working out. Got into CrossFit, and my mindset changed in CrossFit because I was thinking about competing. I wasn't thinking about how I looked. Like my goal was I wanted to lift heavier weight. I wanted to do better at gymnastics. I wanted to win workouts because I'm naturally competitive. And that's when I started to compete and stop thinking so much about my body. But it's always an up down, because as we get stronger, depending on where you are in society, like in CrossFit gyms, I feel pretty comfortable in my body. But I get outside into the real world, and I got people asking me how much I bench and saying your arms are huge, and not necessarily they're meaning it in a mean way. But for me, when I'm like a little bit self-conscious, it's a constant battle of like, we talk about it, leading up to the games. I'm not doing CrossFit for aesthetic reasons. I'm doing it at the level I am to compete and to perform. And so then my body, what it looks like shouldn't matter. But as a human being, it matters. We care about what we look like in the mirror. So
we went, I know in our conversations, as it was leading up to the games, I was all the time reminding you of the truth. And they were your truths. Whatever it was that you said. And we had so many conversations then, and I got to know you enough to where I know what your values are, and I knew what that was. And I was always reminding you mentally, spiritually, and physically, hey, here's the truth. And I think the other cool part about our relationship is that we got enough miles together, and we have enough relationship where as a dude, I could say it to you appropriately. Hey, here's the truth about who you are, what you look like. Remember the truth in your life. And we need that. We need people in our lives to come back to us that we have miles with and relationship with, who we can trust, to help us remember, hey, wait a second, here's what the truth is. Here's what you said the truth is.
Sure.
Yeah.